Okay, today we're to Venetian. We've got some pretty good stuff today. So we're going to be looking at some posters and talking about Eurasian and Asian and fashion. We'll definitely be talking about when the tourists can come back as well, and I'll give you all kinds of updates on that. And of course, you're going to be able to check out more of the Venetian. And I'm going to try to do a little bit a different kind of Venetian than other times when I do these videos. So okay, let's enjoy. Chiquinha. Chiquinha. Let's go check out the room. Chiquinha. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. Okay, so we're gonna film here in Venetian. So yeah, actually, it feels like the tourists are starting to come back a little bit. So there's a, I think people from Zhuhai can come in, and now I think that they can go back and forth. So for a while they were allowed to come in, but there was a quarantine on them. So they couldn't actually go back and forth. They were just stuck. Well, I don't know exactly the whole situation. I think they were going back and forth. But there was a lot of different exceptions and things going on. Straight ahead is a food court. So it's a Venetian food court. And then, of course, you have all these shops. And there's some gondolas in this space. There's a Victoria's Secret over here. And if you just keep walking down, there's like all kinds of shopping malls and different stuff to see. And this one right here, they used to always have performances all the time. So they would have, a lot of times they'd have like Russian musicians or sometimes like acrobat kind of stuff or medieval performers of some kind. They'd often play here. But a lot of times they were like Russians with like musical instruments. Speaking of musical instruments, way down there you can see a singer doing like a gondola boat ride, like a serenading somebody. Let's kind of show you some of this cool stuff everywhere. So yeah, more Victoria's Secret. I guess this has an entire wall of shops. And down there used to be a Brazilian restaurant, Shanghai Cuisine. Used to be a Brazilian one, but looks like it might be gone now. And of course you can walk down all these little corridors. It's kind of exploring. There's coffee shop here. So yeah, this is actually a beautiful place to get coffee. Apple store, okay. So we'll walk a little bit, but a lot of times I just kind of walk quickly, so I'm going to try to slow down a little bit and try to enjoy everything. To a little gondola boat. Then way down there you can see a gondola way down there, so they'll come through and then they'll come in here, and then I think right here you can pay a ticket and go in and see them. See, I think slowly the tourists are coming back. Slowly. So yeah, this is the Venetian. I'll just kind of give you some updates on exactly where things are at right now. But basically today is June 11, I believe. And Zhuhai, Guangdong, they're making some deals so that they can go back and forth. And we've been seeing a trickle of that, and I definitely feel like there's more tourists now. So I don't know if they're coming from all Guangdong or just Zhuhai. But we're definitely getting more of that. And then there's also tourists from Hong Kong who are not able to come yet, but they're trying to make deals for Hong Kong people to come. And I think that's basically it. So they're basically talking about a travel bubble, and then the travel bubble will include Guangdong, which is like 128 million people. So Guangdong includes Shenzhen, Zhuhai, Dongguan, and some other areas as well. But yeah, it's like tons of large cities. So I believe it's like 128 million people. And then Hong Kong is maybe 11 million people, I believe. So soon we'll probably be, I think basically most of the tourists are anyways from those two areas the majority of the time. They really target heavily towards the Chinese market. They don't really target much towards, you know, Malaysians and Indonesians and Filipinos, even though all of them can come. They don't really target much at all towards Europeans, even though some of them are here when they can. But predominantly they just target almost exclusively Chinese. And if we go into the food court, maybe we'll do that in a minute. But you'll see that basically, maybe I'll walk towards that now. But you'll see almost most of the restaurants target towards mainland Chinese. You can see it in the food court, Victoria's Secret. So this one right here is just basically a shopping mall. This is all the food court right here. And I think we'll just show you the food court as well. And there's kind of some more gondola stuff in that direction. So jewelry. Okay. So we are going to walk this way a little bit. So okay, first one we're going to see is Taiwan. Hello. So Taiwan is the first one. So again, it kind of targets towards the Chinese market. So a lot of mainland Chinese, they want to try Taiwan food, and there's also Taiwan tourists as well. There's kind of a nice connection between Macau and Taiwan and Hong Kong as well. They all kind of have a similar. Ocean Empire is another predominantly Chinese food. You see it everywhere in Macau. Sichuan is also popular. It's not too far away. Also from China, pop curry. I think this is Japanese, but I'm not sure. Juice one. Traditional old Macau. So all the tourists, they come here and they want to try Macau food, of course. So there's pork chop buns that's quite popular, and some egg tarts. Tim Ho Wan is a more Chinese food. So basically you can kind of just see already that most stuff just target towards a Chinese audience. Treasure Lake. This is in a lot of the casinos. I guess you can see a little bit of mix of stuff. So there's this is your Western foods. And then most of it is like Hong Kong local snacks. But your Western foods, but most of the foods are this. Which all look pretty good, but but when you see this as kind of like trying to hit the Western market, like most Westerners, well they might like that, but I don't like that. I don't want a hot dog, like a over-processed hot dog, especially if you pay a lot of money for it. But I like this stuff. It's pretty good. But anyways, so again, this one's Korean food, and there are Korean tourists here, and this food is pretty good. This one is Hunan, which is another part of China. This one it's written in New Bill's cuisine, so it's all Chinese food as well. Barbecue, this one's Chinese. So basically, like, you can kind of see wonton noodle. It's all good, but it's definitely not international at all. It's basically, and basically all the casinos, or almost all the shopping, all the food in all the malls are kind of the same. This looks really good though. I like this quite a bit, but again, you can see it's basically just targeted towards mainland Chinese. That one too, right? So Hong Kong cuisine. So a lot of times there are Hong Kong people, and there's also mainland Chinese, so they all want to try that. Vietnamese. So now we've had two, one Korean, one Vietnamese, and then everything else is Chinese. This one is Japanese. There's a few things over there. Singapore. I won't walk over there, but here's a Japanese one, and then a Thai one, and then another Chinese one. So basically all of them, their main goal is just to target towards the mainland Chinese market. And of course the mainland Chinese will also maybe be curious in the exoticness of Thailand or Korea or Japan. So so they do kind of cater towards that as well. Okay, let me just see. So, okay, this food court's pretty empty right now. Once this gets crowded, this would be filled with people like almost all the time. But so I guess it's not quite back to the way it usually used to always be. It looks pretty good. Pork chop bun. It's kind of a Macau-ish thing. Kind of got this food with kind of a certain kind of Western person that's kind of popular. Like they kind of like the ones that look a little bit Eurasian, Asian kind of mix is popular. And the guys and the models always look like kind of like boy band stuff. Like a Westerner, they might have like some kind of guy with looks like hip hop or rock and roll or something. But here it'll be usually like a K-pop looking Westerner kind of model looking person. Okay. Yeah, there's like K-pop-ish looking Westerner. Guess. Might be a whole other video just looking at how they advertise. Okay, so there's not a lot of people today, but there's some. So I'll try to go slow and just focus on. Here's another model right there. It's kind of interesting too. Let's take a look at this one. So he's got a I guess he's Korean. Looks like maybe Chinese or could be Thai. Polo shirt. Actually, that kind of looks like Korean fashion. They really like that as well. So let me just see what else we can find here. Polo. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So there's a polo store and a. Let me just see what this one is. I guess it's kind of popular too. Popular look. So now we're back at the gondola and all that here. Actually, overall, it's generally kind of quiet. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is this. I'll end this video, but at least you kind of get a little feel of what the Venetian is like today on June 11.